There's one thing that could send a shiver down a soul-like fan's spine, and that's a From Software boss making an entrance. So we've decided to count down our top 10 best Souls-like boss introductions. Whether they're iconic, terrifying, or unexpectedly beautiful, each of these entrances had us hyped, scared, and unable to look away. Prepare to die of excitement, and let's dive in. Our countdown opens with a boss that doesn't believe in waiting rooms. The Pursuer's intro in Dark Souls 2 begins in a quiet battlement when a giant eagle swoops and drops an armored knight right at your feet. It's a short, wordless introduction, but it brilliantly sets the tone. Nowhere is safe. As the eagle shadow passes and the Pursuer's theme swells, you know this knight means business. It's a badass entrance that says, he's here to hunt you, and you can't escape. From Software loves to greet players with nightmare fuel early, and Father Gascoigne's intro is proof. Entering a creepy graveyard, you see Gascoigne brutally hacking at a corpse before slowly turning, his face twisted with bloodlust, growling.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
It's chilling, personal, and immediately lets you know that in Bloodborne, you're both hunter and hunted. It foreshadows the fight, aggressive, up close, and tragic. Talk about a welcome to Bloodborne. Number 8, Ornstein and Smough. At number 8, few things scare Soul players like the words double boss fight. And Ornstein and Smough are legendary for that reason. The infamous duo's interest in Orlando's Grand Cathedral is unforgettable. Dragon Slayer Ornstein, a knight in gleaming gold armor, leaps from a high balcony and lands without a word. Beside him, Executioner Smough, a massive brute with a blood-stained hammer, rises to full height. For a brief moment, they just stand there, a terrifying tag team, sizing you up. The sheer shock of seeing not one but 2 health bars appear is enough to make any player panic. Their intro isn't just intimidating, it's iconic in gaming history. Number 7, Starscourge Radahn. Ready for an open world festival of death? Enter Starscourge Radahn, the gigantic warlord demigod of Caleb. His introduction isn't a typical cutscene, it's an event. You arrive at Redmane Castle's festival where an announcer declares, champions, prepare for battle. Defeat the general, claim glory, and grab that great room. Teleport to a crimson, starry desert, and there he is, General Radahn, riding on his minuscule horse, a truly absurd yet terrifying sight. He greets you by launching a colossal arrow from across the battlefield, forcing you to sprint as meteors strike the sky. The scale is jaw-dropping, a literal star-scourging giant who has halted the very cosmos. Radahn's intro is all about atmosphere and scale, an open arena, and the knowledge that you're up against a legend. It's equal parts epic and hilarious. That tiny horse is crazy. This makes Radahn's entrance one of the most talked about in all of Elden Ring. Number 6, the Dancer of Boreal Valley from Dark Souls 3. Hauntingly elegant and spine-chilling, the dancer's introduction is beautiful and unsettling at the same time. In a dim cathedral, the air itself seems to ripple as the main door closes behind you. You see a tall, spectral figure descending slowly from the ceiling. The dancer moves with eerie grace. Her armor and flowing veil barely conceal a twisted beast-like form. There are no words, only the crackling of fire on one blade and darkness on the other. This cutscene's brilliance lies in how it builds dread. The unnatural movements, the soft chiming music, the way the dancer's head tilts inhumanly. It's beautiful in a horrific way, and by the time the fight begins, you're equal parts entranced and terrified. The Dancer of the Boreal Valley shows that sometimes a slow, graceful entrance can be more intimidating than any roar. Number 5, the Orphan of Kos, Bloodborne: The Old Hunters. Nothing prepares you for the Orphan of Kos, whose entrance lies before one of the hardest fights of the Souls-like games. Picture a quiet beach at the literal end of the world with a massive dead sea creature, the Great One Kos. washed ashore. Suddenly, a tall, skeletal humanoid claws its way out of the carcass. The Orphan of Kos is born. It crawls forward and lets out a scream so unholy, it leaves a mark well before the battle even begins. That raw misery turning to fury in an instant gives this intro an emotional horror punch like no other. It's a masterclass in creating terror and pity at once. A freakish boss entrance that players will never forget. Number 4. The Nameless King in Dark Souls 3. Summoning the Nameless King is as dramatic as Souls intros get. To even meet this hidden boss, you ascend to the ruins above the clouds and ring an ancient bell. Cue the cutscene. Storm clouds gather. You witness the sky darken as he swoops down on his massive dragon. He lands on the battlefield, and the Nameless King moves forward through the mist, spear in hand, looking like the ultimate mythical warrior. The epic music swells as he and his dragon attack in unison. Talk about a dramatic entrance. Then just when you think it can't get cooler, phase 2 happens. He slays his own dragon with a lightning strike and absorbs its power for a one-on-one duel. The Nameless King's entrance and transformation mid-fight is a jaw-dropping spectacle of power. It made every player feel like a tiny mortal facing a god. In short, it's legendary. Knight Artorias' intro tells a tragic story without a single word. As the great hero of legend now corrupted by the Abyss, his cutscene in the Colosseum is pure cinematic storytelling. Suddenly, a great sword slams down, and there he is, Artorias, the Abyss Walker, arm broken, armor tarnished, corrupted, and yet radiating danger. He slowly rises, lets out a howl, and launches himself toward the player, trailing darkness. This entrance tells a tragic tale with no words. The once noble Artorias is now a beast fueled by rage. It's an iconic moment that gave us goosebumps. You're not just fighting any boss, you're putting a falling hero to rest. In the pantheon of boss intros, Artorias is beautiful, brutal, and absolutely unforgettable. If you thought beating one tough samurai was the end, Sekiro has other plans. The final battle begins with Genichiro being defeated. But wait, in a shocking turn, Genichiro uses a cursed blade to sacrifice himself and resurrect his grandfather, Isshin in his prime. The cutscene is nothing short of epic. A portal of black and red smoke bursts open as Isshin, the Sword Saint, steps out, shedding his aged form for that of a vigorous warlord. He grabs the great sword and greets Wolf with respect before declaring he must kill you to uphold Ashina's honor. One moment you think you've won, the next you're faced with the legendary swordsman reborn, shirtless, armed to the teeth, and eager to duel under the stormy night sky. The transition from Genichiro's defeat to Isshin's arrival is so sudden and grand that your jaw literally drops. Isshin's entrance isn't just a cutscene, it's a mic drop moment by From Software, brilliantly subverting expectations and cranking the hype to max for the final fight. Finally, our number 1 spot belongs to the one and only Malenia, a boss so iconic it became a gaming legend overnight. In an underground roots chamber, you find a red-haired warrior amid a pool of water and rot, surrounded by falling petals. Her graceful but menacing presence sets the stage for one of the game's most challenging battles. Then she speaks, softly, but with absolute resolve.
Heed my words. I am Malenia, Blade of Miquella.
Chills. With that one line, you know you're utterly screwed. Malenia's entrance is equal parts graceful and menacing. A calm, honor-bound warrior who is about to unleash hell. And if that wasn't epic enough, defeating her first phase triggers a second intro. Malenia erupts into a rot-infused goddess, upping the stakes further. The entire sequence cements her as one of FromSoft's most unforgettable bosses ever. Malenia doesn't just have a great intro, she is the moment. Bow to the Blade of Miquella. And there you have it, a list of best boss intros across Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, and Elden Ring. These moments are burned into our memory. Did your favorite make the list, or did we miss someone? let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more gaming content from G2A. Until next time,